Hello students, I will continue with the chapter determination of a place on the earth's surface. So in this video I will start with the concept of the time zone, or what is time zone. Time zone, it is a region which is more or less bounded by the lines of longitude having a uniform standard time. So what is this time zone? Time zones are actually the regions which are more or less bounded by the lines of the longitude and which have a uniform standard time. Okay, this time zone were standardized in the year 1884 when the prime meridian conference was held. In Washington, D.C. So based on that, it has been selected that the longitude of Greenwich, which is 0 degree, and there was a setup of 24 time zones were done based on the prime meridian that is spaced 15 degrees of the longitude, or there was a space of 15 degree between the each longitude. Okay, thus the time zone is the division and it is generally represented by this 15 degree. The countries which has got a very vast extent, they have several time zones. Okay, for example, USA has got 5 time zones, then Australia has got 3 time zones. Next is the local time. What is the local time? It is the time which is usually calculated based on the midday position of the sun. So when the sun lies vertically, or when the sun lies vertical position at the time of noon on a particular meridian, this is known as the solar time. Why it is known as the solar time? Because it is being calculated according to the position of the sun in the sky. So it is also known as the solar time also. So this noon or this 12 o'clock occurs at different time at different longitude. So every places do not have the same local time. The local time varies from place to place because this time is being calculated based on the position of the sun in the sky. So when the sun lies vertically above or on some particular longitude or on particular meridian, we call it as the solar day or the solar time or the local time of that place. So because it is dependent on the longitude and also dependent on the sun's position, so this time is not similar for everywhere. It varies from place to place. Next is AM and PM. What is this AM and PM? We always write this AM and PM with our time. Like for example, 10:00 AM. Then we write say about 2:15 PM. So why we write this AM and PM always with the time or always with the watch? We can get this time in the AM and PM. The reason is that the time this time the time between between midnight to the noon of the next day is known as is generally regarded as anti-meridian or is called as AM. The full form of AM is anti-meridian, means before the noon time. Okay, anti-meridian means before the noon time. Okay, and PM is the time when we say it. PM is actually the time between the midday to midnight. This total time structure we are calling it as the PM. What is the full form of PM? That is post meridian. Post meridian means after the noon time. Okay.